Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another Minecraft discussion. Another gorgeous fall day, although G and I are usually here in the early morning. It's so gorgeous today, we're doing a second one. So he's really happy, except I think he saw a friend up there, so he might catch a scent and go check out the little spaniel that's up there. So anyway, all right, my name is Kimberly Quinn, and I am absolutely thrilled with the gift of this day and to be able to be out here with all of you, just talking about positivity and spreading it all over the place. You know, that's just what I'm all about. And so today I was inspired by, I was listening to Wayne Dyer earlier. He was just talking about, don't let it in. You know, we often forget we have that control. You know, snarky snark comes our way and we just feel like we have to stand there and take it. And really we don't. I'm not talking about punching them in the schnozy or anything. Actually, the opposite is to just realize the mind control piece. You know, we can smile and nod, and I'm not saying sometimes there isn't time for a conversation. And there's, scale of or spectrum of, just a little snarky to all and out abusive, and they're different. But if anybody even comes in with their negativity, let's just say it's not even at you, it's just, they're just spewing noise pollution into the air. You don't have to take that stuff in, which is what negativity is. It's just noise pollution, robbing our life minutes if we allow it. That's the thing. So as far as something being said to you, one of the top tier rules, for that living the happiness lifestyle is not to take it personally to begin with, because the snarky snarks, that's all about them. That's all about what's in their own head, that's going through their own filter, schema, and it's just their perception. So who cares? Don't take anything personally ever, because think about it. We're all the main actors on our own stage, main characters on our own stage. And what they're saying is about them, not you. If they're miserable, that's theirs, not yours. And it doesn't make any sense to lower your vibe to try to meet them there. So don't bite the hook, right? We call that the shenbao. Just don't do it. Don't let it in. Not going to do it. You can just say, oh, that's a nice perspective. Smile, nod, who cares? And then just get out of Dodge. There's another way to not let things in, too. I was thinking this could be like a whole separate video. Maybe it will, but it'll just be a little different. But it's also a way to not... There's all the snark and all this stuff that just goes on around us. The whiners and the complainers. Don't take that in. But also, we don't want to allow our heads... Wow, that is so beautiful. Check out how the sun is coming through the trees right now. Wow, it's just Trey Gorge. That's Frances, right, G? Yeah. So another way to not, just consciously choose not to allow stuff to take over is even just allowing our heads to fill up with all the day-to-day stuff. Like, oh, I got to get to karate lessons. I got to get my kid to the pediatrician. I got to get this. I got to answer 95,000 emails before whatever. I got to get back about that holiday party, even though it's not for a month and a half. I got to get to this one and that one, and then I got to renew my subscription, and I got to get to the Department of Motor Vehicles, and even my license, and the whole thing. And here's the deal: when we allow all that, the gotta have tos to take over, guess what? It takes away from the gotta have toing. It just does. So if we can just stop, hit the pause button, and take a hot shower and be in the shower. John Kabat-Zinn talks so much about that, mindfulness guru. I would say he's like the number one. There are more. But most people, if you talk about mindfulness and said, name one person, they'd say John Kabat-Zinn. And he does this whole thing with being in the shower. And he says, next time you're in the shower, ask who's in there with you. And I do that with my college students, usually the first day of Minecraft. And they're looking at me like, isn't that a little personal? We've known each other for about 15 minutes. And I said, well, yeah, because then I showed them his video about that, and it's true. How many times, I'm out here in this glorious, look at the brook, it's like, God, it's amazing. Why would I want to take in anything else here? Say, oh, but you're doing a video, you're not being mindful. Yes, I am, because I'm mindfully doing the video. I'm in the moment. I'm not thinking about anything else but that. And so think about it with the shower thing. How often do we bring colleagues in from work? How often do we bring in, especially the people we don't like? Because I would have said that, and she caught me off guard, and next time I'm going to and I'm going to sit, and she's not going to get the best of me, and I'm going to say this, or planning, if you're one of those. You're planning, your child's, wedding, but she's 3, okay? How many of us, do that? And the whole thing is, Be in the shower. Feel the hot water running all over. Smell the shampoo. Just be in the shower and be in doing the dishes and be in everything. And don't let the busy stuff take over your head. And people just don't realize that we have pretty close to full control over that. I'm not saying it's easy. Remember, simple versus, I can't do my two hands because I have to hold up the camera. But it is that simple. I didn't say that's easy. It's that easy. But not to let it in. The thoughts we allow in, the thought clutter we allow in, affect our lives. We are literally, in this moment, right now, in this life minute, as we speak, we are creating future life minutes. So it matters to be in the now. Because it's kind of like, battery acid or how rust kind of keeps going. It's kind of like it's like a rust thing or, it just keeps. So it's very important to be in this moment right now and appreciating what we have now. That is just so important, because gratitude also leads to future good stuff coming to us. Our thoughts come first and feelings come second. Actions or behavior first, so a third. So thoughts, feelings, behavior, right? So we cannot feel anxious if we didn't think anxious thoughts first. We cannot allow the snarky snark to get us really pissed off if we're not reliving the conversation we just had with him. Or whatever happened. If we're just reliving it, it's like a snowball. It's bigger, 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 bigger. So it all comes down to don't let it in. Choose it. Even if you have to distract yourself. You say, oh, I know you don't know my mind. Sure I do. The mind works how the mind works. And the mind loves repetition. So the more you roll that whole story through your head, the stronger it gets, stronger it gets, stronger it gets, stronger it gets. And if it involves being pissed off, the more pissed off you get, the more pissed off you get, the more pissed off you get. And remember the 17-second thing. Run that feedback loop for longer than 17 seconds, and it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to undo it. So the whole thing comes down to nip it in the bud. Nip it in the bud. Don't let it in. Shift out of that to a positive thought. And we're not talking about not processing something real that just happened. Then you process and then you shift out of the thought, okay? But shift into a positive thought. Think about something happy. Think of something good that happened to you when the snarky snarks try to do whatever and get your head in a whole new place, because you can. It is we have the ability to start our day over at any time during the day. Just because it started out with stubbing your toe on the coffee table in the dark doesn't mean it has to end with, forgetting your lunch and running your nylons and breaking and whatever, breaking a glass on the tile. It doesn't have to go like that. Start it over. Choose it. Choose to start it over and choose not to let in any negativity for that whole day. If you fall off the wagon, choose not to let any negativity come into your head for the next half hour. You can block it. Just say no to negativity. That's it. Don't let it in. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful Notch in northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.